This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, here's a question for you. Have you ever been completely and utterly wrong about who played a guitar solo? A solo that you're familiar with and you've listened to for years. It's happened to me a couple of times. A few years ago I decided I was going to do a Wilco Johnson solo on the channel. So went digging through the sort of Dr. Feelgood back catalogue and chose a song and tabbed it all out and did the performance and everything. And it was only when I was doing this part of the video that I normally do a little bit of research just to kind of come up with some hopefully interesting snippets of information that I realised, oh, Down at the Doctor's isn't from the Wilco Johnson era of Dr. Feelgood. It was Jippy Mayo who played that one, but still, nevertheless, great solo. The same thing's happened to me recently. For many years I just assumed that it was Rick Nielsen who played this solo. So there you go, I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick. Now, obviously Rick plays on the live version, but on the studio version, for some reason, Cheap Trick decided to bring in session guitarist Jay Graydon, who was the one who actually played this solo. No idea why. The reasons why I've never really been. There's conflicting stories about why Jay Graydon played the solo, not Rick Nielsen. So make your own mind up. If anybody's got any concrete information, leave it in the comments. But anyway, that's what the solo sounds like. Now here's a little bit of an explanation about what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, as always, we'll begin by looking at what the solo is played over. It's fairly simple fare, really. You've got 2 bars of A, 2 bars of E, 2 bars of F sharp minor, and 2 bars of D. At roughly 180 beats per minute, that's going to sound like this. That kind of thing. So we're in the key of A major here, and we start with a sort of an A major blues kind of thing. And anytime you've got a bluesy sort of thing, the thing that characterises that is where you're using not the major third of the key, which would be a C sharp note, but you're using the minor third, the C, and bending it up to the C sharp. And we're pairing that up with this E note here, the 5th of the scale, and getting this kind of thing. And we do that for, let me just have a look at the tab, basically 3 entire bars, nearly, 50% of the solo. 3/8 of the solo, if you like. So what is it that means that you can get away with playing a simple 2-note lick like that repeatedly for 3 bars without it sort of sounding stale? Well, syncopation is the thing here. You've got this note, which always lasts for half a beat, an 8th note, and this note, which always lasts for a full beat, a quarter note, which basically means that you've got a repeating cycle which is 1.5 beats long, and 1.5 doesn't go into 4, which is the number of beats per bar. What that means is basically you're getting a repetitive lick which is beginning on the beat, then off the beat, then on the beat, then off the beat, and it's just that sort of displaced feel that stops it sounding stale. After that, we've got this kind of double stop thing going on here, like that. All that is basically thirds in an A major scale. An A major scale goes A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And if you count A as note 1, then you count up to note 3. A, B, C sharp, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and whenever you're playing an A note, you pair it up with the note a third above it, the C sharp, and then you just kind of track that along the scale, each note being paired up with a note a third above it, which gives you that. At this point we have another instance of that kind of minor to major third blues kind of thing again here, where we're going from the C note here. We've just done that thirds rundown and finished there on that D and F sharp pair, and then we go to the C note here. That's your minor third again, and basically take it up to the C sharp, the major third. And then we're up to like some more double stops here, some sixths, so-called, because like thirds are notes which are 3 scale steps apart. Sixths are, well, guess how many? 6 scale steps apart. This F sharp note here, if I count 6 notes up the A major scale from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it takes me to D, and we're basically playing those 2 notes together. It's best probably to do this with hybrid picking. By that I mean you're using the pick on the 3rd string for the F sharp note, and I'm using the 3rd finger on this hand to pluck that top D note there. Some people might use their 2nd finger. It's up to you, really. But then what we do is we do this kind of lick where we go. Now this pair of notes and this pair of notes are, well, they include wrong notes in this, or passing notes, or notes from outside the key, if you want. This note here is a G note. That's not in the A major scale. And when we go move it up a semitone, we've got the G sharp now, which is part of the A major scale, but we've also got this F, which isn't. So we're getting a little bit of chromatic movement here, like that. And that works because we resolve up here on this pair of notes here, this A and this F sharp, which are not only basically a 6th generated from the A major scale, but they are also 2 notes that are actually in the D major chord that we're playing over. If I play a D chord there, then it's going to be the same up here, an octave high. And you can see those 2 notes are in there. So you put all of that together and you get something like this. Something like that. I might have miscounted that number of repeats there, but you get the idea. Then the thirds run down. So it's only about 11 seconds long, this solo, but you've got blues, minor and major third ideas going on there. You've got syncopation. You've got 2 different types of double stops, and you know, it's a lot going on in a short space of time. You give a guitar player like Jay Graydon 11 seconds to play a solo and he comes up with a masterpiece like that. So there you go. Now you know what's going on. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen there, and a backing track to play along with for yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you as always to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it interesting, informative, and possibly even entertaining in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.